Hello YouTube, happy December. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I am still quarantined. Really not much has changed around here except this Christmas tree that doesn't have a top and is really slanted. So we are going to get right into today's video because I am so excited about it. I am going to be shooting photos on the new iPad Air. Yes, I just said I was going to be shooting photos on an iPad. Oh! This is by far the most dad thing I've ever done in my entire life. I want to see how good we can get these photos to look. I was thinking and thinking and thinking. I've done plenty of self-portrait series. I've been shooting a lot of Tyler since we're in lockdown, so I was trying to figure out a way to switch it up, and coffee came to mind. I'm basically treating it as if I was hired by a coffee company to take some really nice studio quality coffee photos. I'm lighting with my big giant window in front of me, so really no special equipment, just a lot of different kinds of coffee. Okay, so as you can see, the scene behind me is nothing special at all. I just cut some of a gray seamless, taped it up to my wall, and then wrapped it around my desk so I have a nice seamless look. I'm basically just gonna rely on how I set things up and hope that the iPad can do a good job.
Alright kids, Dad's gonna take your photo now. Did you know this thing shoots 4K?
Okay, so a natural starting place for me is to not make any drinks yet and just start with the beans, which of course you have to shoot for a coffee shoot, right? So I am just gonna kind of play around with this, maybe shoot from above. I don't really know, I just know that I want a variety of different bean photos. So I think I'm gonna start out clean so I don't ruin this seamless paper right away, and then I'm gonna start kinda getting messy. So let's start out nice and clean. Hoping this window is giving me enough available light for the iPad. Oh, that looks fun. Super symmetrical. So I've officially gone messy and put beans all over this little scene just to add some texture and make it not so perfect looking. I just realized on the iPad you can actually shoot a photo with the up volume button. So I'm gonna shoot like that now because that's like the most dad way you could do it. Okay, so I'm about to break a really big moment rule, but I somehow don't know where my M series lens mount is, and so I am going to try and get a macro shot just holding up the macro lens to the iPad camera. Oh boy. Oh yeah, this is gonna be hard. Oh, I don't have another hand to take the photo though. Okay, so welcome to my poorly lit kitchen. So the next thing I want to shoot is a cold brew on ice, and then I want to get that classic milk pouring shot. I have no idea how I'm gonna do this alone. We'll figure that out together, but let's make a cold brew. All right, so this milk pouring shot is going to be quite interesting. With one hand, I need to be pouring, and with the other hand, I need to be clicking the shutter. I've got it all set up right here. It's tilted on a book so it stays in place, and I have my framing and my scene set up. Let's give it a whirl. Here we go. Burst mode, baby. Yeah. Oh, yes. One woman show right here. Oh, look at that texture. Sweet. So this is my tripod, I guess you could call it, for my iPad, since I definitely do not have a tripod mount for it. So I am just using a table and then a crate for height, and then the books are sort of sandwiching the iPad to keep it sturdy. And then I'm gonna have to do the same thing where I pour the hot water with one hand and then shoot burst on the iPad with the other hand. Burst mode, baby. So coffee is dripping. As you can see, it spilled all over the seamless, but I'm actually not mad about that because I'm making this drip coffee to actually turn it into something even better. And I actually don't mind the splatter on the seamless. It gives it texture and it makes it a little less clean. So I'm actually okay with it. Alrighty, friends, I think that wraps up shooting on the new iPad Air. That was such a blast, such a challenge. I took some comparison shots on my 12 mini just to see the difference between the iPad, the new iPad, and the new iPhone, and there is quite a stark difference, but I have to say the iPad did a pretty good job. A few helpful things when shooting today. Number one, the volume up shutter release. Number two, being able to just hold that down and get burst photos. And the autofocus was very helpful today. I hardly had to tap to focus. I did a few times, but for the most part, the iPad's autofocus is just like a phone. It's pretty dang quick and pretty accurate. The biggest thing that I saw it struggle with was just how much noise there was. There were quite a few shots where the noise was just a little too overwhelming for me. I took care of that in post-production as best as I could. Oh, and speaking of post-production, if you'd like to watch a nice like lo-fi chill ASMR iPad editing video, be sure to come back around to the channel in a few days. So let me know what you think in the comments. This was hilarious. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay. All right, you guys, so let me know what you guys thought of these photos. This is a very fun challenge. It was actually my first time ever shooting photos on an iPad, let alone like styled ones. So let me know what you guys thought, and we'll see you in the next one.